Alright, welcome back. Today, I think we're on officially day 11 now, maybe day 12, I have to double check. But, ignore that. Let's just get into this. This is actually part 2 of the liquidity video. If you guys saw the liquidity video, I explained exactly what is liquidity and what the definition is of liquidity and what it means by what is liquidity. Like, if you haven't seen that video, definitely recommend watching that. And, yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to show you guys how to spot liquidity, right? So let's just do a little recap of what we've been through already, okay? Because like I said, you do need to understand a little bit of a little bit of things that needs to go into play with liquidity here, right? So here, okay, you guys learned about trend and how do this and how trend can affect the market, right? So all liquidity is here we have a higher high, right? This is another higher high. Let me do that higher high right there. Here we also have another higher high, right? So this is obviously as you can see on a trend, right? So that basically means that every high there's going to be some sort of stop losses and entries, right? So that means at this high, that means someone's getting stopped out, but buyers are entering in for some sort of basically entry to go long, right? So it goes both direction, longs here, right? People will have their stop loss set below the previous low, okay? And when this happens, banks are usually looking for some sort of place to enter in their orders and sweep you out, right? So potentially, if you have something like a break of structure, which is like this, right? That means liquidity has been swept, and now it's time to do a reversal, right? So you'll see price start sweeping down and lower, lower, lower. So that is basically, like I said, an overview of what the definition is. It's just a area of previous highs and previous lows that need to be seen again in short term, right? I'm going to show you the trade that we took today for $1,500 in profit here. Even go to the performance stats. Go down. One trade, 1,500, as you can see. This is a combine account. This is a test account. We did pass a 50K account today. Where is my? Oh, there we go. So here. Yeah, so we did pass a 50K account today as well. Except it's not really passed because they removed the loss on it, and that I'm upset about. I'm not gonna go into that. If you guys were in the Discord today in the VC, you guys know what I'm talking about, and I basically have to wake up tomorrow at 7 in the morning and call them saying, hey, you guys messed up big time. So let's just get into liquidity and what it is, right? So here, okay, you can obviously see market here is on a very, very clear downtrend, right? Very, very clear downtrend. Okay, market open was 930. That's 930, okay? So this is your accumulation right here. I'm just gonna mark this out. This is part of AMD. You have your accumulation here. Price actually didn't go above. You could have shorts up here potentially, but does that mean you are actually going? Is that liquidity? Actually, yes and no. That is. I will explain why. Stop loss would have been here. Take profit would have been at the lows here. So that's for CP. Okay, perfect. So I will explain what that is. Okay. So here we have the 9:30 open. Okay, so this candle that's black is your 9:30 a.m. open. Okay. Price recuperated back up. Does it break above this range? Does it break above this range? I will mark out the range real quick. I forgot to do that. Does break above it, right? So this candle look was a breaker above our range, right? This is basically all in consolidation right now. We do this. Yeah, that's our range. We also broke below. So this right here, this is a minor buy side liquidity, which means once this gets seen, you can see sellers start sweeping into the sell side. Okay, this obviously gets seen and taken out. So I'm going to do my dollar signs because that equals liquidity. So that means there are a lot of sell orders at this high. This means this is where banks are potentially shorting, right? So you'd short here. Stop loss would be at, what was that, the previous high? So that's 651.25, 651.25. So that's your stop loss, and then your take profit is external lows, which is here, okay? So let me explain this trade. Yeah, so that's a 7.27 RR. That's a very good risk to reward, okay? And I actually didn't take this trade. I will go over the trade I did take after we review this, okay? So here, like I said, price dumps, shoots back up into this range. We have some sort of sellers come in control at this high. Obviously, you can see sellers came back into play, took it back down to the lows in this range. Price decides to recuperate back into the upside, hits this seller area, which is at 642, right? You would set your stop loss to the previous high, which is right here. This is the previous 1 minute high. Do that. See, that's the previous 1 minute high right here. This little black candle, that's a hammer candle. That's your previous 1 minute high. Once this obviously gets hit, obviously if it hit your stop loss, that's fine. You know, price potentially could have shot up to, I don't know, was that what's 1669.5, right? Price could have done that. Did it do it? No, right? So this would have been your entry. Your take profit would have been external lows, right? Let's go to the higher time frame. Let's see what it looks like on the higher time frame, because this is, like I said, on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute. Okay, so on the 5 minute, oh, this is a beautiful example on the 5 minute actually. Okay, so here, I mean, this is like a cup and handle formation, if you want to call it that, which basically means I will not make a video on that today, but I will go into what it. Actually, I'll just do a little quick. I'll just show you what it looks like if I could find my thing. Oh wait, here, here, here. That is, yeah, it's 110% cup and handle. Okay, so basically, in short term, price wants to do. Where's my? Give me 1 sec. Try to find. Oh, I guess I don't have it. Fuck it. We'll just do this. But then something like that. From here to here. Okay, so that's your cup and handle. So as you can see, like I said, the 1 minute high, the 5 minute high would have been your stop loss, right? So this is the 5 minute high, okay? First liquidity sweep was actually right here, if I'm pretty sure. And that actually would have been the better entry, I'm pretty sure. Let me go to the 1 minute again, because this is the higher time frame. Like I said, this is the high. This is not the major sell side liquidity. This is not a major sell side. This is a minor sell side, okay? And I will explain the difference between major and minor, okay? Let's go to the 1 minute. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so your entry actually could have been right here with the stop loss, right at the previous external high. So that would have made your risk to reward super high, 16 RR. So like I said, you base it off previous highs and previous lows. We tapped the high. We swept out all those buyers, right? So imagine this. All the people that were buying in down here, their take profit is set here, right? Once their take profit is sold, right? They are going for sell positions, okay? Those sell positions are going to take control of the market. And when that happens, you'd see price come down, okay? That's exactly what happened here. So this would have been a perfect liquidity trade then turn off of. You have multiple things protecting this, by the way. You have a 15-minute order block. You have, I'm pretty sure, you do have a fair value gap actually protecting this. You have a 15-minute FEG right here. If I can mark that out, I will, so I can show you guys. That's your 15-minute bearish FEG right here. That didn't get seen, which is good. Price obviously wanted to sell all the way down into this sell side liquidity, which is a major sell side liquidity, and I will show you why I took the longs earlier. Okay, so here, this is like I said, the 15 minutes, so let's just mark that out here, all the way out to here, okay? So that is the major sell side liquidity. I will mark that out. So that is a previous low. That means all the people that were buying it up down here have resting orders. Like I said, the big banks control the market. So that means a lot of people have resting orders here. They are going to be buying up, and when it hits this range, they will be buying up a lot of it, which makes the price go up, okay? Keep that in mind. Let me get to the 1 minute. I will show you the trade we took, okay? So yeah, here, we could have actually caught a perfect trade off the sell side liquidity, right? Because price, I did say, price does want to see this. We could see it shoot all the way up, and then now this is, right now currently, this is our major sell side. We have to see this potentially maybe in Asia. I think we could see it in Asia. Call it the digging in me. This is the you digging in me strategy. If price hits that, because it will be digging in me, we'll shoot up. But yeah, so here I will show you. This was minor sell side liquidity on the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute time frame. Keep in mind. I will show you on the 15. Here's the 15. This is a previous low, right? And it's pretty. It's not massive. It's not massive, okay? It's pretty massive. But price, like I said, wanted to respect this. If I saw price, and I did say in the Discord, if we see price come back into this range, sweep out all the sellers, turn them into buyers, we will potentially see a buy up into a higher high, which is back into this 1 minute high right here. Yeah, all the way up here. This could have been your main take profit. This is like, so that is Yeah, 554 is like the major external liquidity for the 15 minute at least. More so, I would say your major liquidity is all the way up at this all-time high at 705.75. That's the high external. Once I get swept, then yes, you can see sells again. But I did tell everyone on the 5 minute. If I go to the 5 minute real quick, let's see here. Yeah, here. This right here. I'm pretty sure we swept this, right? Did we? Or were we close? We were close to sweeping that, but did we sweep it? No. So yeah, price had to sweep the 1 minute high, which we did. That's why I have my entry was here because, like I said, I want to see how price reacted to uh, to the buyers, and obviously price went my way. Our stop loss was actually the previous 1 minute low because I knew for a fact if price wanted to sweep down, we would see price sweep pretty far down. Okay. From there, price hit our entry, and first take profit was here, which was the 1 minute external high, which was at 511.15. Wasn't the major high, it was a minor high. The major high was take profit 2, okay? Take profit 2 is 524.75. Okay, that is our major high, because from here, like I said, you can see a lot of rejection from this right here. All this right here is major rejection, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 candle wicks on the 1 minute that rejected right back down, okay? So I was expecting and anticipating price to potentially move down, right? As you can see, here we did move down, okay? But keep in mind, we have Bollinger Bands and EMAs in VWAP, okay? Our EMAs, we're holding this up on both time frames, the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and the 1 minute, right? So that means overall price is pretty bullish, okay? From here, I was going for the main take profit, which was the 1 minute external high, which was here. Price, let me work that out, which was right here. Price did see that, okay? And that was the trade today. That was the $1,500 trade we took. From there, actually, I did tell everyone, if you want, this is a perfect area because we were on 5-minute EMA, VWAP. We were on 5-minute VWAP. And from there, we could have seen price run down. Price, obviously, if you would have entered in at the 5-minute VWAP, if you would have basically flipped the trade from longs to short, from our take profit, because like I said, once our take profit gets hit, buyers are out. Sellers will come into play, right? So once sellers come into play, they run the show. So if you would have bought at our take profit area, and you run it all the way down, let's just say for, damn, 417 ticks per contract. That's about 2 grand per contract, right? So, I mean, that's also another trade you could have taken. Is that liquidity based? No, that's not liquidity based. It's more so, actually, yes and no, actually. It is liquidity based that we sweep the buy side liquidity, the minor buy side, not the major. We swept the minor buy side liquidity, which was our take profit. VWAP got held, price came down, okay? So that's basically sell side, right? Buy side's the same thing. Actually, no, that's buy side, right? Our entry was going for buy side liquidity, okay? Our sell side liquidity would basically look something like this, right? It's basically if price would have swept back into 554.50, right? It would have respected that area on the 5 minute and the 15 minute. Because like I said, higher time frames, the liquidity is pretty important. Because if you look at the 1 hour time frame for liquidity, it's pretty important. Because I will show you what I mean. And it is important to work out liquidity on the daily, like on for like your range, right? So here, right? Price here swept the sell side here, okay? You can see price swept sell side right here. This is sell side got swept. Okay, this is also on the 1 hour. Keep in mind, this is the 1 hour, okay? Price here got swept. So from here, you could have gone. Where's my long? Could have gone long right here off the liquidity. Your stop loss would have been at the previous low, which is here on the 1 hour. Your take profit would then be at previous highs, which is right here, and that is a double wick. So do that. Take profit would have gotten seen, right? That is a double wick, right? But what does price do after we sweep that? Does price want to continue higher? Price did continue higher, okay? It did. And then we did have a retracement back into this 1 hour. It didn't create a fair value gap, actually. It destroyed the fair value gap, continued even higher. We had consolidation here. This was actually the trade I took last night. Yeah, last night. And it hit for take profit, obviously, because this was 1 hour consolidation. Price swept this buy side liquidity here, right? After we swept that buy side, what happened? This was the major buy side liquidity, right? Price decided to run down. Price ran down all the way back down to this liquidity right here, which was the previous 1 hour low. So realistically, it is time based. You have to base it off different time periods. So like 4 hour liquidity, there is a lot of liquidity into the downside. Liquidity all the way down here that probably will get swept probably next month in January. Or no, yes, January. I do expect January to sweep all that liquidity out. Because if we do that, we could see more buyers come into play. So this is, like I said, depends on your time frame. I like looking at the 15-minute for my fair value gaps, my 5-minute for my entries, and then the 1 minute for basically looking inside, like looking at the data, right? And obviously, I mark out 30-minute liquidity because, like I said, the 30-minute is pretty good for searching some sort of liquidity. And that is basically what liquidity is. It's just you're hunting buyers and sellers and where their entries are, their stop losses are, and their take profits. If you know where people are buying, perfect. Buy where they buy. If you know where their stop losses are, perfect. The whole thing is buy the stop losses, sell the limits. So your whole goal is to buy when people get stopped out, and then you want to sell when people are getting like their take profits hit, if that makes sense. That's the best way I feel like anyone could explain liquidity. Um, there's not really there is a lot to it, but when you break it down, it's pretty simple. It's just highs and lows that get swept, in more so in favor. So if a lower low gets swept and you have a higher time frame and it's potentially heading down to that lower low, you could look for that sell side to get swept, and then you could buy it up. So, like I said, very very simple. That's the best way I could break it down for you guys. And I feel like that's actually the best way anyone could really break down what is liquidity. Because, like I said, if you guys watch the trend video, BOS's, change of characters, if you watch those 3 videos, you will understand when price obviously has to change a trend change, which obviously I could show you here. Break a structure, change the character right here on the 4 hour. You could have entered in off the retest, which was obviously the liquidity, right? Which is here on this trade. This was the retest. You could have entered in off the retest, and then you could have shorted all the way down to the 1 hour liquidity. So thank you for watching, and watch the next video.